Yo, what up? It's Kiss. Yeah. What up? Is that what the cool kids are saying? What are they saying?
Is this really because you listen?
I'm super cool right now.
To rap a little bit ago.
I'm a rap connoisseur. And I love Christian rap, Lecrae. That's the only artist that I know. I'm super hip hop.
No.
I'm not even into rap. I'm into hip hop. Lyricist, yes. What do they say? What do the cool kids say? Come on.
So what Kai says was goody.
I feel like that's been said years ago.
Really?
We're bringing that back. Yo, was goody? Yes.
Was goody. Yeah. I don't know.
Yo, these kids.
Anyways.
I haven't been around no blocks. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hey everyone, it's Kiss.
And it's Jess.
Welcome to Good Mom, Bad Mama. Jessica.
Yeah.
I just feel like we need to just get into this.
Oh, we're going to
dive into this one. More and more, I'm finding myself being my mother. I feel like I've mentioned this briefly. If you know my mom, she is an angel from above. When I say that I'm like my mom, I'm not talking about the good qualities. I'm solely referring to the few negative qualities that nobody knows that she has. I'm putting you out, Martha. Not that you listen to podcasts. You could barely work your phone. But anyway. Oh my gosh. Just threw my mom under the bus. I love her so much.
But what about her siblings? Are they listening?
You know what? My aunt's mad cool. Yeah. Okay. She probably is. And she'll probably call my mom and be like, did you know in Spanish? Tú oíste lo que dijo esa muchacha? Straight up. Oh my gosh. Anyway. In the way that I discipline my daughters, and the ways that I talk to my daughters, and the way that I stare at my kids, in the way that I work so hard not to be a hoarder. Quick backstory. My mom came from poverty, like 1 bedroom, 6 children, 2 grown-ups, not a bedroom, like a shack in DR.
Can I take a drink real quick?
Please do.
Is be weird?
No. And they grew up not having anything. So to her, like, any little piece of anything can be helpful to anyone. So my mom is a person that will collect like things from everyone and send them to DR. She's a person that one man's trash is someone else's treasure. And that's so important to her. Like, I can send this to this person because they don't have. So I have hoarding tendencies, but it's not to give them to anyone. It's more like, I could use this. This can be used. I can use this with the girls. I could find a place for this. When I got pregnant with R, I read a book that changed my life on like minimalism and really trying not to have stuff because I see how much it can drain a person.
Right.
But there's just so much that I'm like becoming like my mom in like, even the way that I drive. Yo, my road rage is 1000% Martha. That's probably the only quality people will give my mom as like her negative quality. Like, oh yeah, that lady has road rage. And it's in so many things. In the way that like I want to overhelp people. Like my mom always puts others first in any and everything. And like will put everyone else first sometimes before her own family because she sees everyone's needs, and to her it's like, our family's good, we're good. It's like, no, but mom, we need you, you know? And I see myself doing that now with like friends and like extended family, like wanting to be helpful while my own children are like, I'm like, okay, go to dad, he'll figure it out. It's like, well, no, if they are in need of me, they should come first.
Okay.
But yeah, there's just so much. Can I see your phone? Yeah. Can you open the notes? Because I like wrote so much crap down.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I'm just like, I feel like there's so much. I'm becoming my mom. Oh my God. Yes. Yo.
Spill it.
Collecting glass jars.
What?
So I used to make fun of my mom. We all did make fun of my mom. Like, we have a computer room in my house back in Florida. And there was a desk. It was full of jars. And my mom would collect like pasta jars, like
what?
Yeah. Yo, don't laugh because I do it now and they come in handy. That's where I store my strawberries. I will never store strawberries any other way. They last the longest.
Like spaghetti sauce jars?
Yes.
Okay.
Glass jars.
All right. It's not like the bar. What are they? What?
Barilla?
No. What the hell?
Barrio. What?
Everybody buys the jars.
Oh,
what are those?
I know what you're talking about. Gosh, why is this leaving
Isn't
me right
it a
now?
bee?
Yes, it is a bee. The fancy country jars. Man, why is this leaving me right now?
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Somebody's just, no, they're going to be listening to us and yelling it in their car like,
Oh,
you
crap.
idiots.
Yeah. Y'all know what we're talking about.
Anyways, yeah.
Now I want to look it up. Like, what is it called?
No, focus.
Okay. So,
jars.
no, yes, I'm collecting jars like my mom, and I use them for everything now.
Okay.
Like, I will give people things in jars.
Do you drink out of them?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So we don't use like plastic cups. We use the jars to drink from.
Okay.
Mason jars. But I forgot the
Mason
name
jars.
of it. But the brand is.
I see it. It's curly, whatever. Yes.
So I do that. What else do I collect? Lord help me. What else? That my mom does. Oh, I take forever in the shower. And I remember wonder why my mom does this. Like, my mom takes forever.
Okay, what is forever?
Like 20 to 30 minutes. Just like, and
That's
it's not
Kai.
But it's not always like showering. It's just like you're in there like,
I
don't know what.
Kai's like 40, straight up. We're like, dude, you have to ask if anyone needs a bathroom before you take your ass in there, because it's so rude. But we have a family of 4 with one mother effing bathroom.
We're a family of 4 with a 1.5. But yes, I make sure that everyone has showered before I shower.
Yeah.
But that's like my me time.
You're just chilling in there?
I like, sometimes I'm just like, if I bring my phone
scrolling?
You know what I'm really doing? I'm looking for like my next audiobook to listen to while I'm showering. I'm like, oh my God, I need a book.
Cool.
Like I said, hit me up. I'm mad cool. So I'm collecting jars. I'm taking forever in the shower. What else? Can you redo this?
It's just ones.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Not everybody knows
your
your password.
There's shit in there anyway.
Oh my gosh, putting on oils. Y'all know my obsession with oils. If you follow Rogue Motherhood, I'm obsessed with oil. I mean, look at this. If you could see my little nightstand, it's like full of just like different oils.
Yep.
Shout
out to Coco Dream.
Gosh, shout out to Coco Dream. They keep me young. Don't look at my face. It doesn't look young right now. But
everyone's looking at your face.
Well, because I haven't like oiled well. I haven't like, applied the order of oils in a little while because I've just been neglecting myself. But I used to make fun of my mom for that. Like, what is all these oils and all this crap that you're walking around the house? And I'll never forget, my grandma used to reek of like heavy coconut oil. I'm like, what's up with this? Not like shea butter and cocoa oil. No, it's like coconut oil. And it was like, it looked like she was frying her face. And that's what, if I can't see the oil, it's not enough. I'm becoming my mom and my grandmother.
Gosh. Wait, so are you happy or sad about this? Or anything in between?
I feel like it's anything in between. And
okay, sorry, go ahead.
The reason I say that is just because my mom too, like, I was talking to a friend recently, we were like comparing our moms. My mom's a person that will give you all the healthy recipes and tell you like, go buy this at Whole Foods, but she's the same woman that has a deep freezer full of like Trader Joe ice creams and will eat ice cream when nobody's watching. Okay. And I'm that person. I'm the one that's like, I'm trying this health thing like every now and again, right? You know that.
And then at 9 p.m. you're in the corner. And then you hear Peter come down the stairs. You're like, oh shit.
No, I wait till I know that he's like upstairs really knocked out, like when he's like twitching. And that's when I'm like, okay, I can eat all my snacks now. Nobody's watching me. So for certain things like the oils and the jars and the long showers, those are things I'm very proud of. Like, you know what? I'm happy. But when it comes to like, who am I kidding? Sitting here telling you like, oh, you should try this. Try some sea moss. It's doing my hair so well. But then I'm eating like, freaking 5 bars of Kit Kats when nobody's watching.
Right, right.
It doesn't cancel each other out. So with those things, I'm not like very proud of. And honestly, like putting others constantly first and not my family, that I'm not very proud of, because I see how much people take advantage of my mom. And I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to notice like myself.
Did you feel that as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. definitely. And I know that my children will feel it, and if not, are already feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel similar, but like I know growing up and when I became a mom, there was like certain things that was like, I am not gonna do this because
Yeah.
this is what my mom did. But there are also some things that I was like, oh, I like this about my mom, and you know, I would like to carry on those traits. I really hope she doesn't listen to this because I've never said any of this to her and it would hurt her feelings. But
Aww.
I mean, okay, let's start with the good. So
Always start with the good.
my mom is the same, takes care of everyone else before her, which is exactly what I do as well. I wouldn't say necessarily to the point of like you are neglecting parts of your family because you're helping other people, but it's just we knew that mom always did everything for everyone. One of the things she does do, and I also do it, part of me is trying not to do it just because I'm like, fuck the patriarchy, but
Who are you?
is just because she's always cooked, always had meals on the table, and then always served everyone. So like made the plates, served them. And then when people see me do that, they're like, why are you doing that? They're like, everyone else can do it for themselves. And you're like, you're right, because I serve everyone. When I was married, I did that all the time. I do it with my kids all the time. I'm like still cutting up freaking Cameron's chicken. Like, no, you should be doing that, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to like stop doing that to, you know, enable people, but also like, yo, you can make your own damn plate, right? I don't need to do that.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's like I always thought it was like a Midwest thing, right? That's like what Midwest women do. But anyways, so like those are the good things. And like also my mom is just a really kind person. And just, yeah, it's just nice to like a lot of people. And I think I am too. Right?
Yeah. No, 100%. Absolutely.
But on the other end, my mom was really bad at showing emotion. So she would tell me she loved me every night, like going to bed, but I think I didn't feel a lot of love from my mom. And then also another thing, my brother and I have talked about this, is that when things like are really exciting and you want to share exciting news, she doesn't get excited. She's like, oh, that's cool. Or she's like, oh, that's great. That sounds fun. And I'm like, oh my God, where is your energy? Where's your excitement? And so like, I wanted to make sure that I did not do that. As I got older, I was like, I show people how much you actually care and like feel either like I'm really upset with you or I'm really happy with you. So do you ever notice that I'm like not as emotional as I should be?
Not at all.
Okay, cool.
That's actually something I want to ask you
about. Nice. And then another thing is, oh shit, I lost it. It was in my brain. Oh, I could never tell my mom anything. So I did not feel comfortable sharing anything with her. Okay. Never talked to her when something upsetting happened at school. And like I remember in middle school, I don't remember what it was, but I was just really upset and I didn't want to go to school. And I would be so sad at home. And then she would never ask me like what's wrong or whatever. Like I just never told her anything. I never told her anything. She never talked to me about sex. So like I never talked to her about that. I did my own thing. And I was like, I don't want that with my kids. I want them to be able to come to me and tell me about things, anything. So I've talked about this on here about how open my kids are with me. And so I'm glad that I have stopped doing that. But there are times where I'm like disciplining the kids and I'm like, oh my God, you sound just like Grandma Sandy. I'm like, shit. But there is a word that my mom says all the time and I say it and the kids are like, you sound this, God damn it. That's my mom.
God forgive
for
her.
Sure. And like, I'll say that and the kids will be like, oh my God, Grandma. And I'm like, oh.
Grandma's here. There she is.
Okay.
So I did want to ask about that. So growing up, like my mom, I mean, probably different with my brothers, but because I'm a girl, I guess I expected like a level of emotion.
Yeah.
It is, I don't care what anybody says. It is a little bit different when you have boys, like it's different. So it's very similar. Like we never talked, and it was, I think, more because my mom didn't really talk. My mom's an amazing listener. She, gosh, people go to her when they need to vent. Like she is like, not gonna make that analogy because it's just very wrong. Anyway, nope, I'm gonna make it. She is like a priest at confessional, but without the title. You can like go to her and confess, and she just will listen. Like, she's a very good listener, but she doesn't really express herself. She gives very good advice and again listens well. So growing up, like, we never really talked about anything that was going on with me. I was attached to my mom's hips. Like, I went everywhere with my mom until I realized it was not very cool.
You slept with her for a long time.
Oh, I slept with her. But I slept with my mom because my dad was deployed.
Yeah.
And he wasn't around as much. And then when they got divorced, it's like I wasn't going to leave her, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I knew. And it wasn't like a co-sleeping thing. Like, I needed my mom to fall asleep. Like, it was just honestly like we just slept in the same bed.
Yep.
It was that comfort of just knowing somebody else was there. But I notice you are very open with your kids. And I've found myself being very open, like, with other people.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm home, I'm very like, that's it, I turn off. It's like my extroverted energy is like gone, and I'm an introvert at home. And even like in my classroom, I start out like the fun teacher and like, you know, I am very stern, but like, come to me, talk to me. But then I reach a point in the year, it's like, I don't want anybody to talk to me. I don't want to hear what happened to you. I don't want to hear about like your fun weekend. I just don't want to hear, because I feel like it's just too much for me to take in.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I don't know how to process it all, or like how to help you. And I'm finding that I do that with my children. I'm becoming my mom in that aspect as well.
Because you're giving too much to other places.
Yes.
To not give enough at home.
Like, I want to hear everyone else. Like, I want to hear about all my friends and my cousins and my sister-in-laws. I want to hear everything. But at home, I'm like, okay, what you have to say is not as important.
Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you navigate that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe my kids will be able to tell better. I don't know. But I ask questions a lot, I think, is the big one. And also...
But like, how? Because I feel like when I ask questions, it comes off as nagging.
So like, Kaylee's a little bit tougher. She's a tougher shell. So I have to continually ask her over and over again. Like, I'll be like, what's wrong? And she'll be like, nothing. And I know something's wrong. So I'm like, no, there is. Tell me. And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Like, there was something going on when she was at college last year, and I could hear it on the phone. And I said, well, I've been known to give some pretty good advice. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and open up to me. Mm-hmm. And then she sat there for a minute, and she's like, okay. And then like, talk to me about it. And I was like, finally, like, I got her. Usually it takes a little bit longer than that, like days, where I'm like, okay. And sometimes I have to get rude. I'm like, that's enough. Mm-hmm. Like, we're in a family. We open up to each other. I need you to tell me what's going on. And I force them sometimes to do it. Kai's a little bit easier. He will talk pretty easily. Or like, if he doesn't, then I'm like, you realize what you're doing right now. I'm doing what you don't like, is when people shut off. And then he's like, okay. And then he'll talk to me. I think also too, the biggest thing is the reaction. So I knew I couldn't talk to my mom because of the way she would react to certain things. And I was like, oh, I can't tell her that. She's going to flip the fuck out. Yeah. Right. So it's like, I try my hardest not to react either up or down to whatever the kids are saying. And I just try to listen and then respond. Cameron's also a hard nut to crack. Mm-hmm. So he does not like to talk. He's a kid that's like, when I'm upset, I need you to leave me alone. So I will, and I'll give him space, and I'll ask him, do you want alone time? And he'll say yes. So I'll leave him alone for a little bit, and then I come back, and I'm like, okay, now it's time for you to talk to me. And then he'll talk to me. I've also started him with that journal that we talked about. Because I emailed them, and they were like, oh, we don't know what happened, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, do you want a refund or do you want to resend? I was like, no, resend. So he did start to journal a little bit.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, but
that's good.
Yeah. It seems to be working.
Hey, if he's getting it out somewhere, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe we could find it and read it together. I'm kidding. No, I'm going to definitely be that mom.
Oh, I definitely read it. So there's only like 2 entries, but he was like really upset, and he was really upset, and he did not want to talk to me. And I was like, okay. And so I just read it. I was like, okay,
Y'all
fine.
act like you don't read your kids' things. Stop.
And normally I'm not like that, but I don't know. I was just like, look, if you're upset, write it down.
I'm the parent there's I'm gonna go real like
Hold
out
on,
there.
wait, because this is another
Go.
episode we're going to talk about.
What
is the privacy of kids.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to skip this.
I'm gonna save that.
Okay.
What I will 100% be doing. Anyway, yeah. I'm glad you said that. I hope that I can become like better at that, because I'm definitely noticing my mom, and that like my mom growing up would ask me, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Talk to me." "Nothing." "Okay." And then she walks away. Like,
Yep.
she's not the type that's gonna like sit there and pry it out of me or like force me, because she has always been used to people just coming to her, and like with us it wasn't like that. But I will say that as an adult, I talk to my mom way more about everything. After having kids, after moving out, after getting married, like she's my go-to person. And it kind of, I do feel like it sucks. I wish I would have had that relationship with her when I was younger, because to me it just feels like so many years wasted. So I'm hoping that I can be better with my children about that. But I'm just afraid that like, because when I'm home I'm already so drained.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to hear anyone else. I just want somebody to ask me how I'm feeling. But it's not about me.
Now that you say that, it makes me realize I still don't talk to my mom about things. Like, I don't open up to her about it. But also because she's judgmental. My mom is judgy. And
see, I'm mad judgy too.
It's like every time I say something, it's like I know there's going to be a, well, you know, you should blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I know, Mom. Like, I got a new dog. Just be happy for me that I got a new dog. You know, you're going to have to like pay for this and do that. I know, Mom. Right? Like, oh, Kai got this car. Oh, cool. Well, you know, like,
that's so funny.
There's always a backup.
That reminds me of one of our friends who does that.
Really?
I make fun of her all the time for it. Yeah.
Okay.
But I straight up tell her, like, you know, you're doing it again. You're right. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, they're like, it's their way of like being protective. Like, I think that's honestly their way of showing that they care.
Probably.
Like, hey, have you thought through this?
Because to me, I'm like, yo, you're just judgy AF, and I don't want to tell you anything now.
You're killing my vibe.
Right?
No, it's definitely not that. I think it's like just a way of showing that you care. But you brought up this point too of like being excited and showing excitement, like, you know, genuinely being happy, which is also another like difficult thing.
Yes.
You are very much like that. It doesn't matter what anyone's situation. It doesn't matter where you're at in life. You build people up, and that's amazing. That's definitely something that I need to do, because I think that I spend a lot of time thinking about like where I'm not at when someone is sharing like their wins.
You do that.
Then I'm like, dang, I know I do that. And I have zero poker face. I don't just I learned how to play poker. I will never play it. I will lose all my money because I don't know how to separate myself from things. And I it's very self-centered to me. I know that. I need to work on that. Maybe when I'm 65, I'll have it figured out.
For having the self-reflection.
That ain't good for me. It's been too many years of this.
Okay, well, now all of us can hold you accountable.
If I don't smile with my eyes, just know that I'm trying. Oh my gosh, yes! I'm so excited. I do that to my kids in kindergarten. I'm so excited for you. But in my head, I'm really like, that's it. Be done. Okay, wow. You slid down the slide.
Yeah.
So messed up.
That stuff like that's hard to hide. I'm like, yeah, I've seen you do that 10 times now. Cool. You jumped 2 inches off the ground.
Oh.
Anyways, all right, we're
going on a yeah. But tell us,
anyone else becoming their parents,
or even like, you know, their dad. If so, how, and how do you feel, and what are you feeling that you're changing? I don't want this to be we're breaking generational curses. Not so much like that. Just like the little like random things. You know, like what are some of the random things that you're noticing that your parents do?
I think there are a lot of generational curses out there.
But that could be like a whole nother episode. For sure.
Yeah.
That'll be like part 4 of 4.
Okay.
Anyway, let us know what you think.
Yeah. All right. Follow us. Leave a review. Like us.
Comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you like our live videos.
Yeah.
They're not live. Whatever. Pre-recorded videos.
Chilling in our studio.
This is our second studio, guys. We have 2 of them. Okay. We have a more serious one and like a more laid back one.
Yeah.
This is our laid back one. Bye.